What is up, everybody? It is your boy Triple G93 here, giving you another commentary match of Halo Wars 2. Playing as your boy Johnny. Alright, I've been playing a little bit more Johnny. I love Johnny. He is my favorite leader of all times, even though I do have some other fun ones to play with. And here, we are in for a little treat. So I started off with getting supplies right away, making that additional marine to go ahead and get the extra supply that is there, and we're going to try and get that power going, that power gen going as well. It's a very basic opener, except that there's an extra marine that I did the math on that you can open up with in the game to try and get your 4th gen on time. But I think I timed it wrong. I think I was supposed to prioritize the supply over the power, so then I can go ahead and get enough supplies to get it. So it's nuances like that I'll continue to improve upon. Yeah, definitely should have grabbed the supply first, and then with those marines grab the power. But looking at the situation as a whole, you know, I had to wait a couple seconds to get that next gen, which isn't entirely so bad. So getting that watchtower to go grab that mini base, and Red is actually engaging on the power nodes right away. So little fun fact about this game, since this game is still relatively fresh in my mind, my teammate took the mini there. I don't know who's supposed to get that mini, but you know what, it's fine. This was a game in which Orange was trying to go mass air, and you know, that's always a problem that you have to deal with when you are going against people that like to do that. What is the response to it? What can you do? I kind of feel like you're on a clock when they go to mass air, because once they get that amount that's just crazy, then they're going to be able to get everything that they want associated with it. So we're going to see how that gets played out. I have Atriox on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side I don't remember who he was playing as, but we're going to go with Armory. We're going to try and get our leader out, and we're going to be making a bunch of marines as well. So we still want to try and fight the power node as much as possible. We're going around the mines to make sure that, hey, we'll be able to like still do some damage if need be. But then look at this, Red actually had a huge army, and not only did he have a huge army, he has elite enforcers as well. So I tried to get 2 marines in here to start doing a little bit of damage, but there's more elite enforcers showing up, and I don't have snipers. I don't have a way to actually fight this appropriately. So this is really unfortunate in this regards. His elite enforcers are really doing a lot of work, and I'm trying to get my leader out, and it's going to take some time. And so I'm trying to bring this other infantry unit back to like pull him in, but it's not happening. I know he's beelining towards me, and I need help. I am in a lot of trouble. I just have a couple marines, and that is it. And Yellow has a push on his side as well, and it's a tough spot I put my teammates in. I definitely could have opened up a little bit better. Barracks for sure. I don't know. Going leader first can be a strong play, but like here they go. Bunch of elite enforcers. We're trying to get our marines as spread out as possible, but those elite enforcers are shredding me right now. So he's going after my gen, and that gen melts so fast. Gen is gone. Still getting a turret in the back right of my base, which is going to be pretty nice once that gets up. But now he starts targeting my main base, which that is a move. I don't agree. He should have just kept stripping me, honestly. But he's still going all the way around, and then he realizes he can't really do that anymore. The grunts do have the grenadier. I mean, the grenade ability, and we do have Bortus. That's our 3rd teammate, light blue. And he's doing his Y move as well, which is going to help clear all that out. Unfortunately, Yellow had to sacrifice his mini base with his engineer on the right side because of me, but I was able to kind of recover. I'm getting that 2nd gen right back up, and we have our leader that is out as well. So I want to see if I can go ahead and do something with him. So we're going to try and get a push going, but instead I'm going to place a bunker here just in case to go ahead and protect ourselves. I don't think we can really fight that Atriox in. Long and behold, looking at the minimap, my leader is still deciding to go all the way over there, which is really unfortunate. So he's up there doing his own, and this is when I realized, oh wait, what's going on? Where's my leader? And my leader's just chilling up there, and there's their Atriox. So I'm trying to go for a full-scale retreat over here, and fortunately I was able to do so, but another huge blunder. Like, I am not starting off strong whatsoever, and Orange is showing up with grunts at my base to go ahead and attack that turret that I'm trying to construct. So I'm on probably one of the biggest struggle buses that I can get to early on in this game. It's not looking good. I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm just going to go ahead and try and get Tech 2 right away, because there's not much that I can do now. So Light Blue is also struggling on his side against the Atriox, and it looks like we are going to be able to clear this out. I do Y move with my leader to try and put a little bit of heals onto my base and buildings all around, and things are just in a tough spot. Light Blue is stuck on one base. I'm stuck on one base, but at least Dark Blue there, our Atriox, is able to go ahead and expand accordingly for us. So we're going to get ready to hit that Tech 2. We're going to go with a vehicle pad and an air pad. I'm thinking of having a mixture of land and air. Just get some Nightingales up right away to heal my base, because I know I need that. And now we're going to go ahead and also try and capture nodes. Now, from here, I want to try and get a second base. Will I be able to get a second base? I'm trying to figure out when would be the right time. So I'm starting to get my unit into position. We're going to place a bunker just to be able to try and protect ourselves. And there's the first sign. Orange already has about 11 or 12 Banshees associated with them at the very beginning. And that's scary. That is very scary to see. So still sending my Marines to capture the power nodes, but I decided, okay, I need to take a risk and grab this base, because if I try and play it safe, like, my economy won't be able to compete with them. They have a second base. Orange is making a bunch of Banshees, and we need to do something about this eventually. So trying to capture those nodes, just notice that those mines go down, so I'm going to go ahead and move him and keep capturing that. And there goes Orange with the rest of his Banshees in the air, and I want to do something about it, but there's not really much I can do about it. Local units. And so I was able to go ahead and stop the node from being captured, and I've already started Wolverine production. And so using this information that I've got, I decided, let's go ahead and grab that second base. We don't need a bunker yet. And then I see Blue chilling over there, and I'm like, you know what? If Blue's going to chill over there, let me place a bunker to help him out, and I'm going to go ahead and push him as well. He has one Reaver and a bunch of Grunts, and I'm sending Wolverines as well, so this should be a better matchup for him when the air shows up. And look at Shipmaster. Shipmaster's also trying to go air as well. And so, great Mac. I don't know who did that Mac. I think I did that Mac. I don't even remember seeing the placement of that Mac. That happened so well. That was such a great Mac. But Wolverines are coming this way. The Reavers are doing as much damage as they can. They're trying to stay alive. And if you look, now my leader is here as well. I'm trying to put a Y move in. I put a great Y move to help heal the bunker. Now the Reavers are going to end up doing great. And this is what you have to do. You have to take advantage of the fact that, hey, you want to go mass air? That's fine. We're going to sit at your base and take advantage of this situation. The leader is just doing magnificent. You can't ask for a better situation there. And we're doing just a great job overall with just stopping Orange. We reset his air to begin with. And Red with his little, like, I forgot what those are called, but those are all getting shredded too. He was trying to put Elite Rangers and all that stuff in there, but we just have so much anti-air that showed up that now he can't do anything about this. He's lost this base entirely. This transition to this move to go mass air, this is the downside. If someone sits at your base with a bunch of anti-air, how are you supposed to come back and fight this? You can't. Look, there's 5 Reavers. We have a bunch of Wolverines. I'm still making more Wolverines. But now I'm going to start making some Mantises as well. My economy still could do a lot better, but we were able to do what we needed to do, which was take this base down. So we're going to go ahead and get the tech point for mechanical overcharge. And then we're going to go ahead and see if we can apply a little bit more pressure. Nope. Red does have starts to make hunters, which will be a problem down the line. I'm still making mantises. We're going to start getting shields on our mantises, and we're still going to try and bring over some nightingales as much as possible. Now, I still want my leader to be in the front to try and dish out as much damage as possible, and I want to strip as much of the base as possible as well. So We're going to keep trying to reinforce our army to the best of our ability. And so that shield generator is still looking pretty well. And yellow, their Atriox is doing quite a number on our Vortis on this side. But we do have orange stuck on one base. And we're taking the power nodes back, which is going to be very important. The shield gen comes back up for them. And we are very Wolverine heavy. So there's not much that we can really do about it. I was thinking about putting a heal, but then all of a sudden Atriox Burox, I can't say it, comes back. And so I figured it's not even worth trying to go ahead and do something about that. So still don't have that building upgraded, but now we're going to have some Mantises coming in. We still have our leader. He wasn't actually doing damage on the base, but now Orange is deciding, hey, I need to go Wraiths now. And that plays into my hand because I'm starting to go Mantises. And so yes, there are Hunters, and those Hunters are going to cause a problem for me. I'm trying to do a little bit of micro to keep my leader up front and move everybody else in the back. And we did lose one Mantis, but things are still going relatively well for my leader. I'm trying to get the Wolverines out of the way because they're just getting sacked by these Hunters. But we have a very good push happening with red going on right now. Shield gen is down. Reavers are getting rid of everything there. I'm moving so fast for my cursor, I don't even understand what's going on. But things are looking pretty well. There we go. We got finally our vehicle level 1 upgrade happening. We still want to try and target down as much of these Hunters as possible. And so, yeah, they're doing pretty good against some Marauders and all that stuff, but a great Y move by me in order to go ahead and deal with this. And I do have a heal on top of an Atriox Burox with the Y move of the Johnny. None of that stuff is going to die because remember, it has great damage resistance when units are in that little circle. So this is looking like a spectacular push that we're trying to get into here. And now he has Hunters and he does have vehicles. He stopped with the mass air, which that is the correct move, but remember, his units aren't going to be as upgraded because he spent his resources for air. So a Mac comes in and we're able to take out a little bit of the units. We're going to go ahead and keep this push going. There is a downside. Atriox is doing a number on our Vortis, so we still want to see if we can do something about this. We're upgrading our air. We're going to get ready to try to go for our next push. And things are looking relatively well for us, but we're going to see if we're able to finish this before our teammate gets killed. And so looking at him, his base is locked. We're going to get Tech 3 upgraded right away. We have plenty of supply, which is looking good. And here comes Hunters. Their Hunters are Tech 3. He has the beams associated with it. I'm just continuously trying to retreat as best as possible, while also trying to micro my leader. Like, me and my all units, and I love using all units, and I need to get better on not using all units, but whatever, it's something I still got to get better at. But yeah, those Hunters are shredding my vehicles. It's totally fair, it's totally understandable. It's a bad matchup for me, but my leader still doing whatever he needs to do. We're doing some damage as much as we can, and all of a sudden here comes the Y move by the Decimus. Oh, that is a huge problem, but Atriox is level 2. We do have the Y move put down once again. We don't have a bunker put down, which is surprising because I know I can put a bunker down, I just never did. So I am kiting pretty well, and it looks like we are going to be able to take that out, but still has a shield gen. We have to go ahead and break through, and now we can get Colossus, which is pretty good, but I'm already at max pop, so still doing as much damage as we can. The Wolverine, I don't even know what's going on over here. Also, I don't know why I keep going back to my base if I have the buildings hotkeyed. I've conditioned myself to keep going back to my base, and so anyways, Blisterbacks are going down. That's something we have to deal with. The Hunters, even though they have the Salt Beam, they aren't upgraded, so like they're not doing as much damage as he would like them to do. So we're chasing this. We know we have to deal with the Blisterbacks, so we're going to just go ahead and just keep on pushing to the best of our ability because we have to kill the Blisterbacks. Those are a problem for us. So we're going to pop a restoration drone so then we can go ahead and target the Blisterbacks, and then a great stasis happened by the enemy, which saved me from this vortex lightning that was going down. So I do have to be ready for that Y move. Once he pops it, it is going to hurt, which is why I'm starting to retreat some of my Mantises to do as much damage as I can. But that Y move is going to get popped any time now, and it's going to hurt. He's looking to do it, and he just did it. And so that has hurt pretty hard. But we are taking out Orange, and Orange is being killed pretty well. Finally getting that Mantis upgrade as well, which that's always a plus to have. We're going to go ahead and get the Gauss for our hero. But our teammate is on the struggle bus, but it does look like he's finally able to hold off on that side as a whole. So Orange's base is now gone and destroyed. And remember, this all came from pushing an all-air base. We had the counters for it, and Red didn't have much to help him out. So clearing out the blister backs, things are looking pretty well. Orange is pretty much out of the count, and we're just going to keep on pushing through. I've decided, okay, we have a great lead. Let me go ahead and start stripping the base. Let's just strip the base. And then all of a sudden blister back showed up, so want to go ahead and clear out as much blister backs as possible too. And so things are still looking relatively well. Is that a cleansing going down? That is a cleansing. I don't have combat salvage. I would have loved to pop that. And I just popped it right now, which is good. So that means any additional units I lost would have been fine. Yellow's coming in to try and reinforce and save Red, but honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. We're targeting the shield gen to kill it before it goes up, but it ends up going up. But we have our Colossus here now too. Orange has been eliminated because Yellow went to try and rescue Red. Our Vortis was able to finally break through on his lane. So it was a great game all in all. I just wanted to go ahead and commentate a game where, you know, someone's going mass air. What can you do about it, right? You are on a clock, because if they end up getting mass, it's gonna be this long chase game, and then you have to time leader powers. But all in all though, very, very smart play by Atriox. Very smart play to recognize for me to help him out as well and just double up on that lane as mid. And the rest is history. We end up killing everything here. My mech play always is pretty strong. I do love going mech with Johnny. And there's no complaints here. Look at that. All that's been taken out. So I think all in all, very good game. Very satisfying game. Especially with the fact that we stopped the mass air from happening, and he was smart. He switched out of it. He tried to switch out of it. So shout out to a great game, to what we went up against. I went 26 for 71, 20 for 50, and 27 for 58. That was a pretty solid play by our team as a whole. So hope you enjoy. This was a great game in my opinion, especially with the mass air counter. And until next time, have a good one. Have a splendid one. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I'm gone. G out.